Hi guys, welcome to the channel. I am glad that you're here today. I'm quite enjoying my new filming setup. It's going probably to adjust slightly here and there, but I think it's a great background for now to have. So this is kind of what we're going for right now. Let me know what you guys think below. So I'm sure that all of you know at this point, and I'm sure that probably most, if not all of you, are like this too. You prefer to buy secondhand, you prefer to upcycle, make your own things, you know, basically be as sustainable as possible. So within that, of course, we have thrifting, and boy, do I love thrifting. This is thrifted. Well, it's antique because this is actual real velour. Unfortunately, the net's in a little rough shape, but it's been like that for a very long time. But this is actual velour. I'll show you guys the inside of the hat because it's kind of like a pillbox hat. I absolutely love it. I've had it for years. And then this was thrifted years and years ago too. So I mean, what is there not to like about thrifting? There's so many things that exist in the world. If your situation allows you to, basically, those of us that can, I really don't think we should buy things new unless we can't find it secondhand. I really try to practice that as much as possible. So I have a local thrift store that I like to go to, and it's actually a nonprofit that the proceeds go to a local women's shelter. They have volunteer opportunities, which I hope to do eventually, hopefully sometime soon, kind of volunteer and help out. That's my first thrift store to go to before I go to Goodwill or anything like that, just because of what it supports, and it just provides a lot of help for women in the area that have fallen onto hard times. They get some of the most interesting variety of things because, like, every time you go in, it's a different store. There's different things there. Most of it is clothing, but there's jewelry, there's small homewares, there's kids stuff. It's always changing. Since that's the case, I have found some really interesting things over my times of going there. Really wanted to get some fabric and material to work on some things, and I found some great fabric that I can use. So amongst that, I found so many cool things. So I'm really excited to show you guys this. I'm not going to do thrift hauls, you know, every time I go thrifting, but if I have particularly interesting finds, then I'm definitely going to share it with you guys. I got 2 big bags of stuff. This, I'm actually going to zip it up real quick while I talk to you about it. So this was, and of course I don't know what the prices were on these things. I really don't think it matters, since the likelihood of being able to find these things readily is very low because it's thrifting. That's kind of one of my favorite parts about it, is you're guaranteed to find some unique things. And this is no different. I'm sure some of you are going to think this is the most hideous thing you've ever seen in your life. But I love it. I really do. It's just it's so extra. It's so out there. And I absolutely love the color. So this is like, it's like a silky kind of bomber jacket meets windbreaker. I'm sure this is like from the 80s, early 90s, but it's so shiny. But the thing that sells me on it is the embroidery is absolutely gorgeous. It's just, it's so extra. And I love it. Like it's even got the little bits on the collar. Just that shade of blue is so gorgeous. And this is how vivid. I'm actually surprised how well this is picking up on camera because it is so vividly blue, but it's pretty true to color. Like, just eye-catching, not for everybody, probably not for the faint of heart. I really, really, really just find that gorgeous. I love jewel tones. So I've been really enjoying blues lately. So that's just right up my alley. I'm really surprised I ended up getting this top. And I say it because I love the material. I love how soft it is. It's not typically what I go after. The colors are what I go after, but the cut of the shirt is not normally me. But considering we're going to be going into hot weather soon, I figured this would probably be really good for the summer. And it's this blouse. It's a high-low. It's got gold flecks in it. And yet again, a gorgeous blue color. Those are, I think, coconut shell buttons, or they're made to look like it. I thought was particularly cool about this blouse is the fact that it has this just really pretty neck feature going on that just, it's simple, but it just really makes the shirt kind of speak for itself. There's this cute little neck detail going on where it's kind of like a false, like, high neck. Like, you button it and it just kind of lays around your neck, which I think is just really nice. And it just, the drape of it, it's so soft. It's in great condition. So I think it's a winner. It's not, the cut of the shirt is not normally my thing. And if it wasn't for the fact that the sleeves are very loose and not fitted, and actually actually long enough, I hate cap sleeves. I despise cap sleeves, especially on something that's going to be close to my arm. I can't do it. I already have broad shoulders, so cap sleeves fit weird. I hate them. So the times that I can find a shirt like this that's good for hot weather that isn't a tank top, which I also don't really care to wear without a cover up, or something that is breezy, I just think it's a win. These pants, I think I'm actually going to probably have to alter them just to make the waist a little bit smaller. I thought the entire thing was elastic waist, but it's only on the back. The bagginess is going to be there and they're going to be very comfortable, but it has a belt. Okay, so I just reached in the pocket. It's got a belt, but these pants, and again, very soft material, these beautiful flowers, golden flowers with the black, and it's got these little loops. Thankfully, since I reached into the pocket, I have a belt for it. So I'm going to see how these fit with the belt. If the belt is a no-go, worst case scenario, I can make a really simple alteration. Especially since this is half elastic, I won't have to cut into the elastic. I'll be able to seam rip this and then just, you know, bring it in. And it's not going to mess with the flow of this because it's already, they're very baggy, loose-fitting pants on the leg. So it'll be masked. So very easy alteration if they do need to be altered. I call this blouse the diamond in the rough. This blouse, and as you can see, there is a bright orange stain. It's probably sauce or something like that. It literally looks probably like spaghetti sauce. I am going to do some embroidery, I think, all the way down this panel on the front, and just create that contrast between the stripes and like a black embroidery, I'm thinking. And it's got this fun little ruffle at the top. It's just this very Victorian inspired, has that, just that feel to it. You can tell what they were trying to go for with the way it looked. It's so silky. It's got this, it's just smooth. It's very nice. I like a good scarf or shawl. I like things that I can use to layer that are light layers, just to kind of build an outfit, because that way people aren't looking necessarily at my body. They can look at what I am wearing and admire that as what I do consider art. I think coordinating outfits is an art form in itself, especially when it comes to self-expression. So I love that. I also love peacocks. I love peacock feathers. I love the colors of peacocks. I find them fascinating, and I love them. So when I saw this scarf, I had a fit. Like, it's got these two huge peacocks along it, and those parts are velvet, which I'm sure you can see, and then the gold bits that are outlining is like an embroidery, and then it's on like just a meshy material. It has a slight fringe, which I could take or leave the fringe. I may end up removing it or adding to it. It just seems like a weird, it just seems too spare of a fringe for something like this. I feel like there needs to at least be another piece of fringe in between each piece. Maybe I'm wrong. I do love fringe aesthetically. Functionality wise, I don't care for it. But for me to like it aesthetically and design wise, it has to actually be a full fringe instead of it just looking sparingly. It kind of looks like it's balding. That's like the best way I can describe it. Not my thing, but I'll do something with it that's either going to add or subtract that fringe. And this particular thrift store, they always have stuff out front and that isn't inside, that are usually some extra racks of clothes, some bigger items that they just want to, you know, display to bring people in to buy, things like that. So usually the racks of clothes are 50 cents to $1 when they're in those racks, and there are bins and stuff, and a lot of times those things are like maybe a quarter. So I always love looking through those before I go in, because I find stuff like this. Now, this dress, I don't know if I'm going to keep it a dress. I think I may actually separate it into a skirt and a blouse. I'm not completely sure yet. I haven't fully decided how I want to do this, but the color of this dress and just the details of it are gorgeous. So this is the front, and it's got the embroidery. I'm actually going to stand up so you guys can see it better. And it's got and it goes all the way down like that too. And the skirt at the bottom is nice and full. Like it's a good sized skirt part, and it's long enough. The sleeves are very nice, and it comes down to like about right here. I'd actually probably make the blouse come down to here, and there is elastic in the back that I would use for the skirt part. I'd basically have to completely reconstruct this and then sew it back together with some different things just to make it two coherent pieces. But one of the things I love about it, see, this is the back. It's got buttons on the back, and it's got buttons on the back of the skirt down here. Oh wait, no, it's on the front of the skirt. Okay, confused myself. Back of the dress, buttons. Front of the dress on the skirt, buttons, which to me makes even more sense for me to do a blouse skirt combo and split the two up. So that way I could wear it as a cohesive outfit, or I could wear them with other things. That's just my thinking. I'm gonna have to cut out the terrible shoulder pads. My shoulders are plenty broad that I will never need a shoulder pad ever in my life. So I always cut them out. I use them for other things. This was a cute little 25-cent bag. It's a little pull pouch. I love these things like this because I use them for sewing notions. I use them for fabric scraps. I use them when I'm packing up a project bag for crochet to take with me. A hook will fit in there. Stitch markers, I mean, all your stuff will fit in there. Same if it's a knitting project. Just, these are always so nifty to have. You guys may or may not have seen the short that I did over the weekend. I found some really amazing shoes. I have like a black pair of shoes, a gray pair of shoes, my barefoot sneakers. I don't have any brown shoes. So I was like, well, I do have a good bit of brown and earth tones in my wardrobe, but I don't have enough to really justify buying, like seeking out a specific style of shoe. I just know I needed something that was going to be a slip-on. I was thinking, okay, I'll just find some penny loafers or something. Well, I found these. And the cool thing about them, the buckles are actually Velcro, but when they're together, you really can't tell unless, you know, unless it's not lined up, but they are slip resistant, which is very nice as well. They've got these cute little butterfly details, which I love butterflies. They have a little bit of a lift to them, and they're just really comfortable. They're Allegria by PG Light. I spent $7 on these shoes. They have very little signs of wear, like the top's even barely creased, and that could have been because I wore them Saturday evening. It could have been for me wearing them. But I rarely ever see shoes that are going to be in my shoe size because my feet are big. So I lucked out with that. They were my size exactly. I lucked out with the color, and also I spent $7 on these shoes. I looked them up on retail brand new, and they're like $135 US. They're very expensive shoes because they're genuine leather and all that stuff. So they're very fancy, but I did not pay a fancy price for them. Next thing I'm going to show you, the other stuff I've kept in the bag, but these things I actually washed because I needed to get some pillowcases for our bed, and I've been trying to find a bed skirt. I found a bed skirt, and it's like this blue-gray color, which is great because I found this, these two pillowcases, and upon first inspection, some of you are going to go, hey Bree, those clash, they don't go together. Bear with me. So my sheets right now, beige, like a white, like a sandy beige color. So some of my pillowcases have that color to them. Then we have a white comforter, a black and gold comforter, and then the bed skirt is that gray navy color that I got. So we have those colors going, right? We have these striped pillowcases, which is like a grayish blue. It looks more gray on camera, but it's like a cool tone gray. And then we have these. So why would I think these go together? Because, and it's kind of hard to tell, I think you can kind of tell on the camera. You can actually tell it better on here. These flowers and stuff that are in this red are the same shade as what this is. So it brings out that small color detail and also ties it together with the bed skirt that's going on. This color ties into the beige that's on the bed already. It works out. And I love a good paisley. So I got 2 each, and each bundle of 2 was $1. My last 2 things are going to be more along the lines of, I'm using this for blank project, or I'm using this as fabric. Because, for instance, I love this so much. I know it's probably not gonna fit my shoulders or my arms, but I really been wanting to sew myself a high-low, or even just, even if it's just long all around, like a long line vest, button-up vest. I want to use this for the fabric. Since it's already a tunic, it will be very easy to turn into something like I'm envisioning. But it's got this gorgeous design on the bottom. It's got it on the sleeves. The sleeves are going to go away, but they'll be used for other parts in the vest. I do want to keep that neck the same way. I'll see how the arms fit without the sleeve, and I'll base that depending on how I'm going to do the vest from there. And then that's just the back. Yeah, usually I have to either, if it's something that's like this and does not stretch at all, I'm either buying it for a project to turn into something that will fit me, or it's just gonna be altered. But this will be a vest. It's so pretty. I love it. Oh, I forgot. I found this. Like, how cool is that choker? It's got that cowboy, Old West stamped metal to it, and it's got a buckle on the back, and it's got the little, and it actually looked really cute with this top, but I didn't think about that. And my favorite find of this entire trip. Those of you that know me, especially since I haven't gotten too much into the witchy part of this channel as much as I'd like, that stuff will come soon, but some of you who may be involved in the craft or involved in more new age things, just dabble in it, read up on it, or anything like that, probably know things that hold certain energy for you. One of the things that I am drawn a lot to are colors. I'm a very visual person, so colors are a big deal for me. Particularly, I find that gold, black, and purple hold a lot of energy for me. They raise my energy, if that makes sense. Like, they're powerful colors to me. I put something on that's got a lot of gold in it, or I'm wearing gold. I have that. I feel like I have a little bit more confidence, a little bit more power. I can carry myself a little bit better. I feel like, it's like almost like a good luck charm kind of thing, for lack of a better term. I know I'm rambling, but like, for those of you who have no idea what I'm talking about, hopefully that kind of gives you some insight on what I'm talking about. So with gold being such a big deal for me, when I saw this tablecloth, and it is a huge tablecloth, this is a huge amount of fabric, it was $1, and oh my goodness. And whatever I make, I would just need to line it, but it's already a very thick fabric. This is a very nice, fancy, expensive tablecloth, and I'm going to make it into something to wear. Since it's such a large amount of fabric, I'm thinking either a coat, which that'll be interesting, that'll be chronicled because I've never sewn a coat before, or a dress, or a two-piece something. It'll be something like that, which you guys will see what I end up doing with this. But it's just, Is that not just absolutely gorgeous? So that's very exciting. That brings me to the end of my last thrifting excursion. I love the things that I found. Some of the things that you find thrifting, you will never find at a department store. And I believe that truly finding your own sense of style comes down to you being put in a place like a thrift store where you don't have social media telling you what you should wear or what's in style. If you can just shut your brain off and just feel out the things that you like and speak to you, I feel like that's the healthiest way that we can accurately express ourselves on the outside. So I may do videos about that, finding your style, things like that at some point. I know that's kind of stretching what my niche of my channel is, but if it's something that may be interesting to some of you, I definitely enjoy doing something like that. Maybe a thrift with me so you can see how my brain works when I'm going through and picking things. I always love seeing those videos. I find them very inspiring for myself because it's so interesting seeing what I may think is absolutely atrocious, someone absolutely loves and thinks it's gorgeous, and they put it on and you can tell they love it, that they feel themselves in it. It completely changes. That garment or whatever it is they're wearing 5 seconds ago to me may have literally looked just horrendous, is on somebody that absolutely loves it, and they have turned that garment in a matter of minutes from putting it on into just a gorgeous piece of material because they're absolutely glowing in it. I find that so interesting. But yeah, I want to stop rambling. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. And if you like what you see, you can give me thumbs up. If you'd like to join our little craft coven, definitely you can hit that subscribe button and the bell for notifications for when I do upload. I try to upload once a week. I try to do some community posts so you guys can get a sneak peek on what my video is going to be every week, just because I think it's fun to get you guys excited about what I'm doing. I get excited about it that way too. And leave me a comment. I love talking to you guys in the comments. And also down in the links, there'll be some different ways you can support my channel. If you do find some value in what I'm doing and you do want to support the channel, your views and you being here and you being present and enjoying what I do means the most to me. But if you do want to support me being able to improve this channel, the quality of my content, that link's down below. No pressure. That's solely if you want to do that. But I really appreciate you guys. This channel's been growing at such a fast pace, and it's so interesting. It's fascinating. I absolutely love it. I love all the people that I've talked to. I just think we've got a really cool community started, and I can't wait to see where this channel goes. And I really appreciate all you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye, guys.